right. So, okay, we're recording. All right. Let me start with our little intro, and then we could start talking about our shit, and we'll sharing everything and all that kind of stuff. So, uh, welcome to Monstieur, a show where we take a dive into some of the most iconic horror characters and creatures and entertainment from both the past and present. All right. So, yeah. Anyway, that
Lots of enthusiasm there.
Yeah, what the
welcome,
fuck, dude?
welcome. Woo!
That's what I
Yeah.
want to
Is
see.
that
That's what I
better?
like.
Is that
You gotta
better?
set the tone, dude.
Pretend
Hey,
it's an MTV show.
Shotgun of
okay.
beer.
Feel excited.
Hey, I got beer. There's beer in here. There's beer.
Shut up.
I
That's not
swear.
beer.
I swear my neighbors gave me beer and it's beer.
Now you got it in your cup.
No, it's they gave me a beer and then it's in the cup now.
That
Oh,
looks like a cocktail shaker kind of cup
It's
rather
oh, it
than an
is.
actual
this
cup.
is this is straight silver. I don't drink out of anything but silver.
Oh,
Yeah.
shut up.
That's
Sometime,
yeah.
so, silver and platinum.
Mm. Well, I drink out of diamond and gold.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I just drink out of regular glass.
all right. So that was my that was my intro. So
Was it?
all right. So today's subject matter is Chucky from Child's Play. And we got who do we got here? We got three people plus myself, and we're all going to be discussing. You want more enthusiasm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
we're going to be discussing all this shit. It's going to be awesome. Okay, like this? No,
You're restraining the volume of your voice. You need to go all out.
louder.
Yeah.
This is just too much. It's too much. I can't do all of it.
All right, fine. I guess you could be yourself then.
I'm already like monotone. Like this is what you get. You guys want to spice me up? Spice me up. But so yeah. Let's introduce everybody. Who ladies first. Go.
Isn't that the little icon in the corner there, your brother?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'll go first. Hi guys, I'm Josh. I'm James Coffron's younger brother. I'm here for emotional support.
What's
That's
it?
about it.
Say what you do.
What do you mean?
Like
I
people want to know a little more about you. Except you're some boring guy's brother.
okay. Well, I'm some boring guy's brother. I don't know. I collect coral on the side. I run like my couple reef tanks.
That's
Uh,
adorable, collecting coral.
dude, it's pretty dope.
No,
It's pretty dope.
he hustles it. He makes good
Yeah,
he makes some good cash with it. You know those little penis polyps they make like you can make
yeah,
like
man.
$1,000 off one. And
Oh
they
shit.
Yeah. So it's not that cute, all right?
Yeah.
Just
It's,
kidding.
it's hardcore cool.
It's hardcore cool. We keep it metal with the reef tank. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's all I got. I'm not an artist by
Yeah,
any means.
Jo-
I'm a horror enthusiast.
yeah, he likes the horror. He likes Chucky. Like he was scared of Chucky as a kid quite a bit, you know. Uh, but we'll get into that. All right, Sally from the Valley, go. You're the second
Ah,
girl.
I am Sally. I come from the Valley in the UK. No, I come from Cambridge in the UK. I am a freelance artist who mainly illustrates horror. Hi.
All right, all right. Now, Luke, Luke, you're the other girl. Oh, no, connectivity issues.
Oh,
Oh,
he got scared.
he did. He's all fuck this. I'm out of here.
Chucky's too spooky for him.
It's too spooky. All right, so I'll go then. I'll be the other girl. All right, so like yourself, I'm also a freelance artist, freelance starving artist, and I do the horror too, specifically more monsters. You do like more like situational,
Yeah, like narrative kind of
yeah, you do more
illustration.
narrative stuff. I do some narrative stuff, but like I tend to focus more on like design, like
Yeah.
monster design, creature design. So so here we're looking at Luke. So yeah, I think while we wait for him to reconnect, we could chat about Josh's horrible experience with Chucky as a
I would love to hear it.
yeah
Yeah. pretty fucked up. I don't know. So I grew up on horror films. Like my mom used to watch them a lot, and I was like, shit, I was like 6 years old, and she would be watching them, and I'd be like, oh, I want to watch them too, and I had to pretend like I wasn't afraid and all that, and she was like, I don't know if you should be watching this, and I would just watch it anyways, and I would literally have nightmares every fucking night from watching horror films like Jason or Freddy or the Leprechaun and Chucky were the ones that scared me the most.
Oh, the Leprechaun, really? That's
For
good.
real.
Yeah, I found that funny as a kid. That one.
Dude, not me. So what scared me about it was the fact that they could be like anywhere because they were so small.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting.
That's what freaked me out. So I'm like definitely afraid of this shit, and my mom thinks like I love it. She's like, oh yeah, he fucking loves it. This is our thing. This is what we do together.
Oh,
And I'm
that's
like,
brilliant.
I'm like, yeah, that's our thing. And so I think it's my birthday, like my fourth grade birthday, and she
Wait,
gets me.
sorry. How old are you in fourth grade? Because I don't know grades.
Oh fuck, I don't know. First grade is what, 5? So I was like 9.
Oh
9.
shit!
Yeah.
Watching those kind of films at 9 is gonna fuck you up. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Like I'm damaged goods nowadays. So thanks, mom. But she fucking gets me a Chucky doll as a gift I think it was for Christmas.
Oh, that's child abuse.
Yeah, like legit, like a life-size Chucky doll. I was like, oh man, what the fuck? And I was so afraid of this thing. Like I acted like I was stoked. I was like, oh, this is gonna be badass. And like, I took it in my room and I was like, oh, this is sweet. And immediately I fucking threw it up in this like cubby area in my room. So I didn't have to like deal with it. Like I was trying to like sleep.
Wow.
I was trying to sleep and I would just keep looking up there, like, making sure I could see its like little leg or whatever. I'm like, all right, is it up there?
That's so cute.
Dude, no, it wasn't fucking cute. It was scary.
Oh, wait.
Pretty funny. Like your mum was probably so pleased when she found that doll.
She didn't. Yeah, oh, for sure. And it was like expensive. Those things were like $100.
It was a full size. It was the full size. It was the size of a Chucky doll.
Pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
how long did you keep it for before you did what you did with it?
Shit, I must have had it at least like 6 or 9 months because I had it in March for my birthday party, and I took it down and I showed all my buddies, and like we were scaring people whenever they went to bed. We like put a knife in its hand and like and like propped it up against the couch, and then we would like and then we would like fucking wake them up with like a feather or something long, and then they would get up and then wake up and see Chucky staring at him with a knife in his hand.
Did you like really get anybody? Like were they like, or were they like,
Oh, for sure. Dude, we were young, bro. Like we were all like, anywhere from 8 to 10 years old. So that was, yeah, definitely got some people.
So let's hear about the funniest story. What happened, to, I don't know, one of your friends when you're a little guy? Like when you set it up with a knife, did they do anything? Like you have any friends? You have any friends shit the bed when they saw it? Anything like that happen?
No shitting the bed. Just a lot of you and Tony fucking with me. Tony's our other brother. He's the middle brother. They knew I was so afraid of it, so they would fucking like chase me around with it. And like, do you remember that, Jim?
Vaguely. I remember doing a lot of stuff to you guys. So.
Yeah, you were a real piece of shit. I think you were the culprit that was fucking chasing me with them.
Probably.
And I can't remember if I was crying or not. I do, like, I have an image of me like huddled in mom's room and you like, chasing. Oh, you fuck. You literally used to like, you would set it on the ground on his feet and you would like make it walk.
Oh yeah, I always shake his hair. In the movies where he shakes his head, like when he's running his hair going. I would make him run down the hall like that, like ah! Like yeah, that was a scary. That was one of the scariest parts about like how he moved, like I don't know, for whatever his
shuffling around.
Yeah, his weird Fraggle Rock hair. That was kind of a little bit creepy. But yeah, that was Josh's Chucky experience, and I think that's a good one.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
To top
cheers
it off
for my silver
well,
cup.
Yeah. We'll top it off. So what I ended up doing was I took it over to my buddy's house because I was literally so afraid of this thing and I was sick of dealing with it. So I was like, I'm gonna throw it away. But like if you remember from the movie, like it doesn't die. So like you can chop off its arms or like whatever. You got to like stab it through the heart. So me and my buddy, we like chopped off its legs, we chopped off its arms, and then we stabbed it in the heart, and then we threw it in the trash.
Oh my! If I was your mum and I had bought you like $100 doll, and then you did that, mate, you'd be in so much fucking trouble.
Dude, I was so afraid. I didn't care. It was worth it. It was worth it.
That's
No,
funny.
I remember. You remember Furbies?
Oh yeah.
Of
Well,
course.
there was an ET version of a Furby,
Oh,
and its head would like rise up, and its tummy would glow, and it go, ET, phone home, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But it was terrifying. And my mum bought me it for Christmas, and at first I loved it, and I thought, oh, it's really cute. And then I thought, actually, this is really fucking creepy. It just looks like a wrinkly poo, that glows, and it was just really horrible, and it really scared me, and I had to put it away at the end because I talking aliens aren't talking AI aliens aren't a fun thing for a kid.
It's so strange, like what ends up creeping us out when we're kids. Like I don't know. Like looking back at it now, you're like, oh, that was fucking retarded. But when you're a young kid, like that's everything. Like it's so real. What were
Yeah.
you scared of, Jim?
shit. Well, I was also scared of Chucky when I was a kid. But like
I see you, dude.
I was the same age. Like that movie's old. But like I don't know which. Was there a Chucky when the head started flying around the room? Did that happen? I don't know why the hell I remember that.
No.
Maybe I dreamt that shit, and that's why it made me really scared of
Mm.
Chucky. So,
Like yeah, the only thing I can remember, not like heads flying around, but like he like jumped out of the air vent when he was like cut in half, and he's like missing an arm or some shit like that.
mm.
He's like hanging on her, like biting her
Yeah. I watched it today before the show. I rewatched it, and
again.
no, well, I haven't seen it in years. Like, I mean, I remember the premise kind of, but like, of course, I like the character. The character's iconic without the history to him. Like the design itself is pretty frightening. So Chucky was one. I was also afraid of ET.
Yeah.
Uh, when I think I was like 5 when I saw it for the first time, and when his head like pops up and he makes that
Yeah.
crazy noise like that, I had to get out of I had to get out of the room.
You're giving me flashbacks. Like when I was younger, when about 11 years old, my mum started letting me stay alone in the house by myself when she went out to the shops, whatever. And I went through this phase whenever I was alone in the house, I was really scared. And I was 11 years old, so it's a bit old to be scared of ET. And whenever I was alone in the house, I was scared ET would be behind the sofa. And it was just really dumb. Like I'll be sat on the sofa, and I'd be like, oh, I need a wee, and I can't get up because ET might be behind the sofa. It was really dumb. And it'll be like in broad daylight.
Oh,
Yeah, I was.
yeah. I'm with you. I would had a similar thing with Ghoulies. You guys know Ghoulies?
Dude, I was not
I
afraid of
don't know what
ghoulies.
that is. Oh
Ghoulies,
wait,
Well,
Goonies. Wait, I think
Google it. Google it. It's like the cheesiest freaking horror movie
anyway,
ever.
anyway, that anyway, there's this scene where 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 one of the the ghoulies is in the toilet and he like eats some guy's ass or something.
okay,
The,
I'm seeing a
the little
picture of
bubble.
it.
And then I think for a couple years I was afraid to flush the toilet after that after I did my thing, and I got in a lot of trouble for that over the years, but it was worth it. I would either do that or flush and run out of the bathroom. I was yeah,
Bro,
That
that's
no,
was when you're a kid and you get up in the night to go to the toilet and you flush the toilet. You got to get back into your bed before the flush sound is finished.
yeah,
Otherwise, a monster will get
I was like 22.
you.
I was
yeah,
uh,
I want to hear about that. How do you mean? Like you would flush it and then run to your room and you'd have to be in your bed
no,
before
no,
it
no,
stopped?
not the bed. I just flush, run out,
Not
and then
you,
close it. Close. What? What are you talking about?
Sally.
Oh, me? Yes, yeah. Because I don't know why. It would just be like okay, you have to get back to the bed before the toilet has finished flushing.
Why? What would happen? I got
Something,
lost for a second.
something awful will happen. I don't know what, but something awful will happen.
Something crazy.
Yeah.
Did you
And it
did
was,
did you see Ghoulies too? You saw Ghoulies.
no, I've never seen Ghoulies.
Yeah, those were such shitty movies.
They
They're
look
they're,
shitty when I just
they're
Googled it.
so shit. They're so shit.
They're real when you're like, 7.
7. Oh,
Very
for sure.
very real. That stuff's scary. Like some greasy like little hand puppet. Very real. But anyway, back to Chucky. So so uh so did you Josh, you saw the new one?
Yeah.
Okay. And Sally, you saw the old one somewhat recently?
Yeah, a couple of days ago.
A couple days ago. Did it hold up to the hype? Like, I mean, like,
Uh,
did it hold up over
I
time rather?
well, I have watched it a few times, so I kind of remembered it being a bit janky, but you can see there's a lot of love behind creating it, so it kind of wins through because you can see the people who creating it really cared for it. You know, the character of Chucky is still really strong, and the voice acting is really holds through strong. I think of
Y-
Chucky.
Yeah, for Chucky and the mother
Mm.
and the kid. The kid did a pretty good job too.
I
Uh,
love the kid. I think he's hilariously
That
cute.
kid's
we
that kid's a piece of
we
shit.
we met the kid,
Fuck
but
that guy.
what
That guy's a fucking dick, dude.
It's
What's
such
his
a shame.
name?
I
What's
don't
his name?
I don't know, but I don't know if you met the kid from Chucky 1 or if it was the same kid throughout the movies.
No, it's different because like I haven't seen 2 and 3 for ages, but I remember in 2 he goes to like a new house.
Yeah,
And
Andy Barkley. That's his real name. Fuck that guy. He's a dick.
uh,
Y-
well,
No,
one thing I can say is he makes a terrible breakfast for his mother at the beginning of the film. Like a
Oh.
6-year-old should get a job done. You don't put ice cream on toast, or do you in America? I don't know.
No, it wasn't ice cream. It was just a glob of butter.
Oh, was it? I thought it was ice cream.
It was literally just like a half cup of butter.
we put beans on toast in America. Okay,
No,
Oh,
no.
we do that. We do that in UK.
we
Wait,
don't.
you
We
fucking
don't.
do?
Yeah, they do. That's why I said it was my joke. Luke's back. Welcome back, man.
Sorry about that.
I missed you.
You're a little low though. We did
You
miss you.
thought Chucky had killed you.
Yeah, Chucky, gotcha.
Yeah, we were scared because like it was like this what's that, Bloody Mary or Candyman. We thought something like that was gonna something like that happened to you.
Never let Luke introduce himself.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry about that. Jeez.
Yeah, no worries.
It's this jitsi thing I have never tried before.
Yeah.
Jitsi. Yeah, I've never even heard of this. Jim just sent me a request. I was like, all right. Jitsi it is.
Yeah, neither did I. I know Google Hangouts is going out the door, so yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on with it?
They're getting rid of it, and then you're gonna have to pay for a similar service, I believe. That's what's going on with it.
Fantastic.
So
Well, there's plenty of free options, so they better make it sweet.
oh, this is better. Tile view. I like this better. Okay. So
Oh yeah, that's cool.
yeah, that's cool. It's way better. I was trying
Yeah.
to. It was going bouncing back and forth between all of us. This is way better.
Jarring.
Here, I'll look up at you.
Oh.
Well, you're
Oh, no,
supposed
'cause
to. You're,
Oh no, we're all different. It's different arrangement for each monitor.
oh, okay.
Oh,
We just look like morons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think anyway. Yeah. So Luke's back. Luke, to give you a refresher, we talked about Josh being scared of Chucky as a kid. My mom got him a life-size doll and really scared him. She thought he liked that kind of stuff, and it gave him nightmares for just short of a year. And then we're kind of talking about Chucky. We're talking about the movie Chucky itself. Have you watched it recently, or you got that shit memorized? Now you're just now
Oh,
you're just
your microphone isn't working, mate.
Luke, I swear to God,
You need
I'm
to
about to kick your fucking ass right now.
you need to stop this shit, Luke.
Oh,
Okay.
it's like watching your mum figure out a computer.
Yeah. Here, what he's doing? We're just looking at him now.
I
Every.
see him.
Oh, he's upset.
All right. Moving on then.
Oh, he's crying. He's crying.
He's oh yeah, his eyes are all watery and shit. Yeah, I caught that. I caught that. Anyway,
How about now?
oh yes, brother,
There we go.
brother.
Yeah, you did good, brother.
Here we go.
All
You
right,
don't want that. Not right away.
yeah. Oh, dude, Luke does an
No.
amazing
No.
Randy Savage.
No.
Do
Child's
you?
Play. We're talking about Child's Play.
All right, well you can
I
start,
don't-
well you can bust it in. Well, I don't want to put you on the spot, but you could bust it in when like
Oh yeah, brother.
yeah. There you go. Get his juices flowing. There you go.
I don't
Yeah,
know who
brother.
the fuck is Randy Savage? Am I just
Aw,
being an idiot?
He's the most
Yes,
American guy
dude.
you could ever look at in your life. This guy is American.
Okay, he's an American wrestler.
No, he's not the most American. What was the one guy who came out to "I'm a real American"?
Donald Trump.
That's not
No, fuck off.
Brad Dourif of Child's Play.
Fred
He's the
Durst.
most American.
Oh shit, it's Hulk Hogan. Oh wow, I'm fucking awful.
All right, so back to Child's Play. Anyway, so the acting, the kids acting was good. The
What?
the kids acting was pretty good. It wasn't great. I give him a B. Okay, he wasn't the kid from The Sixth Sense. That guy.
But considering the material, it's a bit silly anyway, and it's a bit campy. It kind of fits anyway. Like if he had the acting skill of like the Sixth Sense kid, I think it would feel a bit like the film takes itself too seriously.
Yeah,
It'd
yeah,
be a
yeah.
bit
Maybe. I mean, like you said, they put a lot of love into the film. They put a lot of love into like even though I think back then horror movies really weren't respected unless it was like a Stephen King, and even he kind of got like whatever. Like he wasn't coming out with anything amazing. So
Yeah.
so they put a lot of love into it. The story was pretty simple. Uh, the mom's acting was good. The kids acting was good. Chucky was great. Everybody else's acting was pretty bad.
For the time, it was good. You look back at it now, you're like, okay, that was fucking awful. Like with the mom and the son and shit, you're like, okay, that's not very good.
No, she did a great job. She was.
You thought? I just thought the kid was cute. I was like, okay, he's a cute little kid.
That's because, yeah, it's because you're.
I just feel like the film knew what it was.
Don't call me a pedophile. I know where you were going. Don't you dare.
I try to keep it PG-13. Okay, it's hard.
This is a rated R podcast.
It's rated.
I
It's
think
rated.
the view count went down from 3 to 2 as soon as the
Because
word
of all
pedophile was mentioned. So
Mm.
congrats,
Oh.
guys. It's gone back
I
up to
I
3.
love it.
I like that.
All right, welcome back, number 3. That's
Stay on the pedophile rant.
yeah. Stay on pedophile, and we can keep this thing going.
Corners don't work.
So all right. Luke, do you have you got any Chucky stories? Were you scared of Chucky when you were a little guy? Did you see it when you're?
No, I'm born in '80, so like.
Yeah, me
grew
too.
up
But that came out in
loving-
'88, so
Yeah.
you were already a man by then.
An
An 8-year-old man.
I'd get off my motorcycle, take off my fingerless gloves,
Put
go
out your
to the
cigarette.
theater, get laid quick, and watch this damn movie. But no, like I love the campiness and stuff of the characters of yore. Like those first few movies of Child's Play were pretty fantastic. They did amazing with that doll. He's such a cool character, and all the ancillary characters in that movie are completely excusable because you're not there for them. You're
Yeah.
there for this doll and how cool and evil he gets and how he makes you laugh and freaks everybody out. I love it. That's why I had a hard time like doing a satisfying redesign of such a character. I think
It's very hard, it was.
they just nailed it. So
Yeah. It's
don't
very
know too much.
difficult considering everything part of him is who he is, and it feels like every design element within him was made very purposefully. So it's very when you feel like when you're changing the design that you're just like destroying it, you know.
Yeah, and it's a
You
part of
can't beat it. You can only go. You can perhaps go parallel to the design and do something maybe that's kind of just as good, but then you're what's the point unless it's better, you know? So
Hmm.
Yeah, they've already done things to take it bend. They've done the gender bender thing already. They made a girl.
yeah.
They
Did
nailed
oh
Pepe,
yeah, I guess they did, yeah.
you know, and they've even given him a family now or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, that fucking kid's design is terrible.
Yeah,
It's just Tim Burton shit.
they jumped
Awful.
over. But I mean, it's so hard to like redesign things that
Mm.
I love like that. But we're gonna go down this road and try.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I struggled too. Like I was like, what? Like how can I have it harken back to this the essence of this character without without just utterly changing it?
Yeah,
Like I can't utterly change it. Then it's just another doll. Like so like what do you do?
Mm.
I thought about changing the culture of it. I thought about like I really that was probably the only direction I could have chose. But I will discuss why I chose my direction when we start sharing. So let's start sharing now. Who
Spooky.
who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
I just crashed again.
No, you didn't. Get out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking
All right.
convenient.
You've been the
Doesn't
most
have to.
you've been the most off the air. So you Luke, you get to go first. Hell yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
All right. I think I figured out how to do that.
All right. So if you want to screen share your thingy, not that thingy, the other thingy, you go to the bottom left, and there's a little yeah, you know what's up.
All right. Here we go. I'll explain this. So it's
Oh, cool.
the freaking Chucky doll.
Freaking one. Give me power, I beg you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's badass.
So like this is just I probably spent 30 minutes on this and just kind of dipping my toe in. I didn't want to reinvent the wheel on him, but give him a different outfit, give him a kind of different hair, and sort of introduce the more that Charles Lee Ray would take over the body, the
So
more he would change his look.
Yeah.
so a little bit more like you, a little
How
bit
do
more
you?
human.
How do you? Oh, okay. So that's what you're saying. So the longer he's in the body, he's gonna look more realistic. Yeah. Okay. That's sick. That's
Well,
badass.
that's not my original idea. I think he sort of is that way anyway. But
Yeah. Correct. Well.
I just
Yeah.
thought it would show cool and give him, on one end you got a pretty normal looking child doll, and then it's pretty spooky.
Mhm.
It's really hard to describe like what I'm thinking of because it's so just like I wanted to draw my own Chucky. Go fuck yourself.
So, I was going to ask because, like, when I was doing it, I found redesign the clothes quite hard because I thought I wanted to make the changes in the clothes for a reason.
Uh-huh.
And justifying the reasons hard. I mean, did you go through any kind of like thought process when it came to the change in his clothes?
Yeah, sort of. I wanted to make him like in a league school uniform kind of fashion, and I thought that would further push the innocent side of the regular doll and make the disturbed,
Yeah.
possessed doll more corrupted. I threw a heart on it because I wanted to and thought it'd be stupid.
I was wondering about the heart. I was like, is that maybe goes back to the whole the good guys thing?
Yeah,
You know, he's a
exactly.
good guy.
Like it's still a good guy, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, like the phrase you cut out.
Oh, he's got. Oh, damn you and your
Fucking Luke,
Oh
dude.
shit, man!
damn you and your DSL, Luke.
Chucky got him again.
Dick sucking lips.
All right, so he just messaged me on Facebook. Just wonderful. Well,
I think he just gets really shy at some points and then has to run off.
He has to go compose himself. It's sick. He did a really good job.
yeah,
I like it a lot.
yeah, it's really cool. Well, Sally from the Valley, do you wanna
Should
do
we
it?
wait till Luke's back?
Yeah, we can wait a couple minutes. Let's give it a
Yeah.
little time.
So do you guys know where Chucky originated from?
No,
Okay.
The My Buddy dolls.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing in England. I don't know.
Look it up. It's an American doll.
Hasbro.
Oh yeah, totally ripped from My
Oh,
Buddy.
yeah. Oh, okay. Now I do not respect the design anymore.
Yeah, they stole a little bit hard from that, like a little
Oh,
bit.
100%.
Oh, naughty boys, eh?
Everything. But that's okay. Like
It's fine. Yeah,
the spin that they put on
Here,
it is still
here.
fucking
really
sick.
So for those of you that don't know My Buddy, let me screen share,
yeah.
uh, and then we'll show you My Buddy dolls. So they even My Buddy doll, it brings up an image of Chucky, and then here, are we sharing the right one? I think we're sharing the right one. Yeah, we are. Yeah, so this is the My Buddy doll right here. I'll see if I get a bigger one.
Wait, you're sharing your Facebook right now.
Am I? Shit.
Yeah.
Here, there. Is that better?
Yeah, yeah.
Here, that's the My Buddy doll, and that's basically Chucky. So
Yeah, with brown
so
hair.
so look, My Buddy doll, and then like here's Chucky. so yeah,
Naughty.
it's so naughty. They're all, we should make them different. Let's give them
No,
blue overalls instead of.
Bro, they were literally gonna call him Buddy instead of Chucky.
Really?
Oh no, they weren't.
Yeah, but they couldn't. Yeah, they couldn't.
Oh man.
Crazy, right?
Well, everyone gets their inspiration from somewhere.
100%. And the spin that they put on it was badass.
Oh,
And
it's very good.
Yeah,
It's very. And imagine the amount of kids that had My Buddy dolls who were suddenly terrified of them after watching Chucky.
Oh my! I wonder what the effect was that the release of Chucky had on the My Buddy dolls. How?
How about Garbage Pail Kids in the? It's like that. Like, do you know Cabbage Patch Kids? Garbage Pail.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's very similar. Similar type of thing. They ripped on the idea really harder than Chucky did. So.
It just made it fucking grotesque. All you little boys running to the market to buy your cards.
Well, I mean, you feel kind of naughty when you had them. Like you're like, look at this one. I got, because everybody's like 7, and you got a Stinky Pete or some other card that, like I don't know, Gory Gary or whatever the hell, like, whatever. But let me try to track down Luke. See if he's alive. If he's not.
Hey, and then also, if you post this to YouTube, you can actually like cut like the lulls and stuff out, to where it's like
Oh, I know that.
More clean.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just thought you were a fucking idiot, so I would tell you. You know what I mean? Scariest horror film that you guys can remember.
Scariest. What do you mean by scariest though? Like
just one.
Most disturbing, or like most, I'm gonna shit my pants because I can't sleep anymore.
Either.
That's I don't.
Shit your pants then. Shit your pants. Scary.
Okay, I will say this based on, if I watch it now, it's not so spooky. But when I watched this when I was 14, so The Grudge really fucked me up when I was 14, because that's like ultimate spooks for me as a 14-year-old, like big creepy girl with long hair. That makes yeah, it was horrible. And
yeah,
she very much her and the ring girl Samara, they're very similar design, and there was a poster above my bed of like a well, and it was like a sunset motivational poster, very nice. And then one day my sister turns around at me, it was like this: the ring girl's gonna come out of that well in the night and kill you, off my poster. And then I was just like, I was really scared of just waking up in the middle of the night and just having the ring girl just staring down at me.
That's pretty fucked up.
Did it happen? Did it happen? Did the ring girl come?
Yeah, and I'm dead now.
And you're dead. That's you could be. You could be. This could all be a dream. We don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Simulation theory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I always thought The Grudge was really spooky because of the sound she makes, and because she was strangled to death. So that sounds are really horrible. Spooky when you're a kid.
That shit was creepy.
All right.
Yeah. Fuck that.
What scared me when I was old, like I think I was like 18 or 17 or I don't know. I was in teens, I think. When did the Blair Witch Project come out?
Oh, you got scared. You're a
1999.
puss, bro.
But hear me out. Hear me out.
No,
The,
Nah,
that scared me.
I've heard enough. You're a puss, bro.
That scared me, but I was 10.
okay, so check it out. When they came out with the Blair Witch, before the movie came out, they had a bunch of stuff on TV that was building up the movie. Like they're doing documentaries on the town and saying like this crazy stuff. It was a big buildup, and they're not letting you know that this is just a movie. Like they
Yeah,
built
everyone thought it was real.
everyone thought it was real. Like among the meat, like everybody thought it was real. Like they
Yeah,
thought that this was, and then the way they filmed it was also kind of in a real way, and you know, and it was clever. That
yeah.
movie had like such a low budget, like, and they made
And they
so
made
much.
so much money.
I,
That
Uh,
was like, yeah, the profit margin of that was just disgusting. They had like
I,
a shitty little camera.
I remember like in school when because I was in primary school, so I was about 10 years old, and there was a rumor going around school about, oh, there's this film that's come out where people die and it's real, and it was like, really scary. But what I was going to say, is did you know like a lot of the actors, they didn't actually have a direct script for it. They were just given this happens, that happens, and you just need to react to it. So when they're running around in the woods scared of shit, they don't actually know what exactly is scripted to happen. They just know that, okay, sometime tonight you're going to wake up and a guy's going to be rustling a tent and do whatever. So
oh,
when
that's
they're running, so the parts where they're running through the woods screaming, there's actually a guy in a Jason mask. I think it was a Jason mask chasing them, but you never see that. That's just the crew chasing them. But
Wow.
they're legit scared out their pants because they don't know exactly what's going to happen because they only know an outline of the film.
oh,
They
how
don't.
clever.
Yeah, so you get like, that's why the acting I think is so good in that film. It's really good, and I think it's because it's actually genuine emotion coming through. They're
Yeah.
really actually scared.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, with the hands on the tent and all this,
Mm.
and then the dude standing in the corner like this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
that was a
Yeah.
little. Yeah, that was.
We should talk about Chucky though.
Yeah,
I
we
forgot.
should. Yeah, let's get
All right.
back to Chucky.
Let's,
I think,
let's see Sally's.
huh?
Should we just go ahead of mine then? I don't know.
For sure. He's gone. He's dead to us, you guys. We got to
All
move
right,
on.
all right. So Sally from the Valley.
You know, you shouldn't say that because like there's actually a place called, we call it the Valley in Wales. Like, oh, they come from the Valley, and it's usually, it can be considered like a girls that come from the Valley all look really tanned and slutty, so it's not a good thing to say the girl from the Valley. So
Well, here,
Good
well
job,
here,
Jim. That's
well here. If you're from the Valley, you're like,
the same thing.
you're kind of like, well, if you're from the
No,
Valley, you're like,
bro, a valley girl.
oh yeah,
You don't, come on, dude. Come on.
I guess.
That's your time, not my time. That's
Yeah,
Frank Zappa, Valley Girls for sure.
yeah, I guess, yeah.
Right.
It just rhymes.
Like,
Just
oh
give it
my
to me.
God.
I,
Like, oh my God.
I only,
it's fine.
I,
I can deal with it.
I only give people nicknames that I like. If you,
I also get Wacko Jacko, so Sally from the Valley is better.
yeah, that's
so.
way
Yeah,
better
that's
than
much
Wacker.
more fun.
Way better than being a pedophile. Maybe we got another viewer.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. I'll share my screen. Okay.
Here, and then we'll go from.
So this was
Oh.
my idea. Sorry, zoom in.
Oh.
So my idea was kind of to play upon the whole idea of the American satanic panic. So let's create a doll that is all a part of being a stereotypical American little boy. You know, all American church-going boy. This is a representation of the perfect little American boy, and let's take him to the nightmare version of what an American little boy would be like. So the idea of so the satanic panic idea was this kind of, this is the evil version of this cute little kid kind of thing. But yeah, and I wanted to incorporate the whole American thing through the colors, obviously. And I also kind of went into the idea of trying to sort of simplify his design to a degree. So he's so patterned in his design. So I thought I'd take away some of the patterns, keep the stripes, because otherwise it becomes too modern looking, I think.
Mhm.
And I wanted to make his eyes a bit more beady and smaller as well, just so they're a bit more glaringy. Because one thing that I found really difficult about designing him is you've got to make a doll that a kid would want to buy, but it's also kind of scary. And that's a really hard line to go through, I think. Because you can't just have like a completely normal looking doll, because otherwise it's not going to have that cinematic kind of effect. I don't think you need to have something off about it. But that's why I was kind of going for the more widespread eyes kind of idea. But also what I was thinking was I liked the idea of him having clothing which could degrade over time to a degree. So his, his buttons have opened up. His, I forgot what his braces have fallen down and stuff. So he kind of ends up getting that kind of gothy punk look almost through his degeneration. As he becomes more evil and stuff, perhaps. But that was kind of the idea I was playing with, and I wanted to kind of what I didn't like so much about the original design, and it feels bad saying that I didn't like it, but I didn't like the good guy's logo is really small on him. And I thought let's make it a bit more bolder and put it part of his pants or something, But, oh, you're back,
motherfucker.
At a different angle.
Yeah, he just needed yellow. He just needed a yellow light to happen, and then I think we're good now. He's got yellow light. Welcome
Different
back.
PC altogether.
Oh,
Really?
oh, you sound great. You sound great. You sound great. Never mind. I take it now. It's all light. It's all really low. It was high. It was like sounded really good, and then it was really, really low. Can you hear me now?
I've let you down.
No, you're good. You're good. I love you. I love you.
We all love you.
Yeah, we all love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Sally was explaining her design and why she made her design choices and whatnot. So unfortunately, Luke, you were taking a pee and you managed to miss that one.
I've still got some more to say about it.
Oh yeah, please.
Yeah, I was going to say I gave him gloves because I wanted to make him a bit more of a mascot character kind of idea, because a lot of characters during that time had gloves, and especially considering the fact that his doll's meant to be something which is a workman, and also he's a cowboy. He's all these kind of blue collar jobs that the doll seems to be advertising when you see the opening of the film.
Oh, like maybe get different
like
hat.
that.
You can give him different hats and stuff, and they all kind of fit.
Yeah.
Give him a fireman hat, or that's a good idea.
So I thought gloves, you want to be doing something durable. It felt a bit weird that he would be a workman and he just didn't have any kind of form. He didn't look like a workman through his clothes anyway. So I thought gloves will kind of add that while adding kind of a mascot feel to it, perhaps.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to give him that whole, because one thing I hated about dolls when I was younger is when the eyes would bug out and the eyelids would keep falling down. So I wanted to kind of give him one of those little eyelids, when he gets a bit more evil kind of thing.
Or maybe it's like he has a tick, like that
Oh,
one
that's a
eye.
nice idea. Yeah.
His one eye kind of like doesn't quite work yet because that's how the doll was. That's a badass. I like that idea.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Like that. Yeah. That's one thing that's really cool about the old Chucky is he has smallish eyes. The new Chucky they try to get away from that with the bigger eyes, and it doesn't. There's something different happening. But yeah, I like that design choice that you made with the eye thing is cool.
One of the things I really liked about the original design is Chucky's little smile, because it looks like a little piranha mouth, and I think that's quite scary. It's very nibbly and it's horrible. It's just.
Only like
I wanted to keep
two
that.
teeth.
Yeah, it's just horrible, but it's like a really small little smile as well. So it's just like a little chihuahua smile. It's horrible.
Yeah.
But
Very
that
cool.
was my idea.
Yeah,
I wanted to change his hair color as well, which was quite a hard decision because the red hair is so iconic.
Yeah.
But I wanted to change it because of it isn't a typical hair color for someone to have. It's a very rare hair color. And as I wanted the doll to kind of represent kind of an all-American child, I wanted to go for something a bit more, that kind of whole, I'm a pure American child. I go to church kind of feel, and I kind of felt like the kind of a dusty blonde would suit that perhaps.
What time? What time period? What time period?
80s.
Okay, so like keeping with the 80s. So this could actually, in my opinion, this could even work like in the 70s, like 60s through the 60s through the 80s. This would be like an acceptable doll throughout that time, I think. I mean, I don't think they could have that quality of doll in the 60s, but I guess 70s and 80s. But yeah, totally. I dig it. Yeah, I like the fact that you changed the blonde hair, the puckered eyes. I really like the idea for the gloves exceptionally, and the eye. That's the Twitter.
One thing I found was doing a costume with the red, white, and blue is very hard without it screaming American flag as well. Because it just usually screams too much. This is the American flag. So I kind of tried to free tone the stripes so it wasn't so
You
explicit.
you could have
Yeah, no, it looks really good.
you could have tuned it up with the American flag colors. I think that wouldn't have hurt it. I don't think. Like
Uh,
like it
No,
would.
it might have made it look cheesy. I like it. I like the way that you did it. It's like
Oh,
it's perfect.
oh, I'm not. No, me too.
Yeah.
I like it too, but it could have. Like, I don't think it would have been like. Maybe they sell the doll during 4th of July, and it's a good guy doll. I don't know. Like, maybe that's the story
That's
behind
why
it.
you're not out here selling dolls.
That's why I don't sell dolls. That's like those are the ideas that I have. That's all I got.
This doll is only good for one day. That's
Yeah,
when we
right.
sell
We
it.
gotta sell it hot, fast. 4th of July, we gotta get them out.
You ordered
Yeah, the
5,000
good guy.
dolls? Yeah.
One thing I found funny was I noticed in on his patterns and stuff, he's got like a I'm not sure if it was his patterns or his in the beginning you can see like when it's in the store, it's like advertised of Chucky holding a machine gun and stuff, like one of the good guy dolls. And I'm thinking that's really kind of crazy. I guess they're kind of making fun of the whole gun ho kind of thing in America, but it was kind of funny. Like, would have they had an actual doll like that in the 80s of a child doll, or is it them poking fun? I wasn't sure.
I know during the 50s and 60s, like having like cowboys and stuff with guns and
Yeah.
or like
See, like,
GI Joe, for instance, that was in the
yeah.
80s, right? They were all super. I didn't watch GI Joe. Luke, did you watch GI Joe?
Of course.
Okay, I didn't watch. I hated how they talk to each other. They always sounded like they're like like I don't know. They drink too much coffee or something. I don't know it was bugging me, but
Very realistic conversation.
yeah, it was like I don't know, the whole time, and it was just like,
Too
dude,
too manly for
no,
children.
it wasn't manly. It was too. It wasn't manly. It was like they were on drugs or something. It just weirded me out. I was like,
I'm a token black character.
yeah, stuff like that. Like, what is
Yeah.
going? I don't know what was happening. It was just too over the top. But anyway, yeah, GI Joe. Yeah, they had guns, right, Luke?
Like tons of them, and then they made them all neon colors
No,
later on.
but they were always adult action figures holding the guns, not like little
Yeah.
representations of children. So that's
Yeah.
why I was wondering
Totally cool.
if it was just taking the mick, like have a little snide little remark, or if it was a actual kind of thing like that. Like was it called again? The Buddies that the doll was based on. Would they have had a gun? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. They were more like they reminded me of like Cabbage Patch Kids.
They had him riding a little horsey and you could look at the box. I was gonna design the box too, but I'm like I was in a
Oh wow, that would have been a really cool idea actually.
maybe I'll still do it. I don't know. But maybe I'll do that. That's the after party. We do the box. We draw the box.
Oh wait a second. See, you can actually see the machine gun in the bottom left where the army helmet is.
Okay, no, I think that's
And the
real.
machine gun.
Yeah, no, never mind. That was on the box, I think. That feels right.
Yeah, it's like I'm just trying to imagine like a little Chucky doll.
Yeah, they got all the
Maybe-
manly stuff on it. Yeah, totally.
Trying to be all innocent and stuff. Then he's got a machine gun. It's kind of crazy.
And then they did
Just
what you
bringing
did
back
too
so
with
many
the
memories.
the different hats. You see the hats?
Yeah.
They got the different hats, so that's kind of what you were talking about with the gloves and stuff. That was a good idea. Yeah.
Jim, I just want you to know I'm going to be disappointed if your Chucky doesn't look like this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I use that as a ref. I try to get really close, but I couldn't achieve the masterpiece from
Oh,
which
no.
that is.
Straight out of the movie.
Solid bulge going on too, dude. I like that.
Yeah, he's going
Right.
to if he's looking at it, he's going to the right, the left. It's going to the left.
Oh yeah, his dick's definitely hanging to the left.
All right, so so we'll do my check.
How do I get?
Huh?
Oh, there we go. I was trying to figure out how to get off share screen, but I figured it out.
Oh, okay. All right, so we'll do my Chucky, I guess now.
Cool.
So, all right, so here's my Chucky. So
Crash.
Uh, so
for sure.
Go.
so my idea. Oh wait, I'm not screen sharing. Hold on.
Yeah. This is my Chucky. I
Uh,
actually didn't do any, guys.
I
Jokes,
didn't do.
jokes on
So
me.
here's my
Oh,
Chucky.
I made him bald, gave him headphones.
oh, that's I really interesting how you the forehead and the dimensions of his face is very interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
That's really yeah, it really hit. It's really quite you can imagine that being really quite spooky if you're a kid and you wake up in the night and you just see this kind of the shape of the face and the way the light goes off it. It creates a spookiness. It's cool.
Cool. Thanks a lot. So my idea behind like the design itself is in the movie, the new movie. Have you seen the previews, you guys?
He's like an AI,
He's
like
not.
Alexa.
He's like a smart doll. So I tried to implement some of that. So like he's
Mm,
got a little screen on his chest. He's got little things in his hands that maybe make a little hologram. So maybe he
mm,
can like make spooky images, like when he wants to be scary and stuff like that,
yeah,
as he's chasing you down. Um, he's supposed to be a good guy. I changed to my pal, and gave him made him kind of like a superhero, something like a little kid,
yeah. That's cool. Yeah, that's a good idea.
like a kid would watch. Like a kid wants to see like this guy, and I try to make him change his face enough to where it's still remnant of Chucky, but still
Mm,
Chucky. So I gave him like maybe made him look kind of androidy, like
yeah.
like angular stuff, like in the initial design, the nice design, and he's got like kind of like a smartwatch type thing that lights up and whatnot. So
I like that his not only is he more it's a creaky door. Not only is the design more modern in regards to the fact that it's got technology in it, but I like his face is also like the character of it feels like a modern design, like that isn't a face shape perhaps you would see in the 80s, but it seems quite a modern face, which is quite cool.
I disagree. I sort of think that face shape reminds me of like that character on Red Dwarf,
Red,
angular,
Red
and
Dwarf. Let's see.
Because I can imagine that being a kind of like little Alexa toy for a kid.
yeah,
He kind of looks like I guess a fancy version almost of Chucky, isn't
Yeah,
he?
here,
He looks at,
this guy you're saying.
oh
yeah.
shit. Man.
Yeah, totally. Man, that would have been some great ref to make that face because that was bugging me for a little bit.
Why has that guy got H on his forehead?
What is that an old show?
Yeah, I never looked for the answer to that age.
It looks like a horrible show.
Looks pretty bad, yeah. So,
What's the idea behind the arrows?
like he goes up, like maybe his saying is up and away, or some kind, maybe he has some kind
Yeah,
of slogan. So I wanted to further point to the gimmick of him, like flying. He's got a little cape. He's got arrows on his back and on his knees. Maybe kids could strap that kind of stuff on their knees too, like they could
yeah,
strap arrows to their knees and put a cape on their back and be the Chucky, my pal's Chucky. So
Cool.
really try to think of something the kid would like first, and then
yeah,
I struggled with doing this, but but the mean version, uh, I I wanted him not to become evil, like inhuman, like on a linear level. I wanted him, like parts of him to break away, and like the skin's still developing
mm,
underneath, and like there's like maybe kind of electronic kind of like veins that are a little bit glowy that
yeah,
are coming growing in his head, and maybe this eye isn't quite uh uh it's not quite human yet, so it's still like a
yeah.
like a luminescent doll eye, like these eyes are too.
Have
Uh,
you pointed his ears so he's a bit elfy as well?
no, that's just my shitty brush strokes. But I just gave him like a human ear, and then
Yeah.
and then he's got, they're kind of like segmented. They're kind of
Mm.
like you know, I don't
I
know.
like also it kind of feels very puppety as well. Like not
Yeah,
so,
that's
like
really
more
cool.
puppety than doll almost. Yeah, it's very like it feels like his face is almost kind of made out of wood.
Okay.
It's quite I know that's a strange thing. I think it's because I think of puppet when I see his face a bit.
Yeah, that's
But I think yeah.
So I think that's it. I tried.
He's a creepy Teletubby, actually, isn't he? He's got the whole screen in his tummy.
Yeah,
I love it, man. I was trying to think of an angle where I could work technology into, make a more modern thing, and I just couldn't come up with anything that I didn't feel like
See,
was hokey.
the one thing that I dislike about hearing about the new Chucky is, I heard, so I was hearing a YouTuber talk about it, and he said something really interesting, where he said that, well, because now the reason Chucky goes wrong is because of a fault with his electronics. He now doesn't really have a motive. He doesn't actually. There isn't a person in there.
Right.
There isn't a
Yeah,
character, which kind of takes away from who he is. He's just a robot now. He hasn't got this myth. And what's also good about it, bad about it, is it's it's more difficult to follow along with the outrageousness of it, because if Chucky's doing all this crazy stuff with his AI, you would be like, well, an AI wouldn't be able to do that, and you'll poke all these holes in it. But the original Child's Play, it's magic, it's voodoo, so it doesn't matter. You can't really poke holes in it because it doesn't have any rules to begin with.
And I don't know why they deviated from that too, because it
Yeah.
could hold up that idea. But I'm looking forward to seeing
it was good. I liked it.
I haven't seen it, so I can't really judge. I guess I'm being prejudiced.
Yeah, it was. Well, it's hard. It's hard to think about a new idea that's different and yet the same. Like it's hard. I think they had a unique spin on it, and I think they did an okay job. I agree though. I don't like how he comes to be. Like literally within the first 2 minutes of the movie, you figure out what's up. It's basically like a disgruntled employee who is sick of his job and his boss is
no,
like
no, no,
treating him like shit.
don't spoil
It's
it though.
it's
I've
literally,
heard
bro,
spoilers.
it's literally 2 minutes into the
Oh,
movie.
okay,
That's not
okay,
a spoiler.
okay.
So he's a disgruntled employee, and he basically just fucks up the code and takes off his like language filters and like his violence filters and essentially everything. So the way he comes to be is he's learning from his buddy, like the person who he attaches to, which is Andy. So he's like learning from him and his friends and shit. Like that's how he comes to be. So
Right.
I guess I agree. I don't really. I'm not a huge fan of that. I was a big fan of the voodoo magic and like he's getting chased down and he's about to die and like yeah. I definitely agree with the YouTuber.
Nah, fuck that. I like change.
Nah, man. They could have done it better. Like all I'm saying is within the first 2 minutes of the movie, he is who he is, and it's like, dude, it could have been better.
Oh, they could have drawn it and like make you get to know. Yeah, I got you. But I'll have to go see it. I'll be the judge of that.
Your ass is gonna go see it.
Yeah. But yeah. So that's my Chucky. That's you guys shared your Chucky.
I love it.
It's really good, man.
I love
All
you.
of them are super good.
Yeah, this is fun. Like it's
You've been very creative with it. It's cool.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I try to I was getting pretty pissed. You want to see my first version? It was really bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to see the shit version.
He didn't even want to show me.
No.
He wouldn't show me.
All right.
Rude.
Here. I did it real quick like and it was the worst. It looks like Stewie Griffin. I did it in like maybe 30 minutes. So so that I
it's not too bad. It's fine. It's fine.
so this was the original one and I was like, dude, what am I doing? Like
It looks just like Chucky.
Yeah, I was thinking, you haven't done much.
yeah. So I did that and I'm like, oh, dude, like it's not even like up to the quality of like how I normally try to paint. So like I like none of it was screaming right for me. But this is a definite takeout, and I was not digging it, and so I'm like, I started over and ended up with this guy. So I like this guy.
Yeah, it's
He's
cool. It's adventurous.
Yeah. When I was done, I was like, I like it. I still like it. Like usually when I'm done with
Good.
something, I hate it after a day. So and then life goes on. That's the artist's curse, right?
Yeah.
Right, guys?
Yeah.
Amen.
We
Right.
always make ourselves.
It's easy, you guys. Just draw it. Like, it's so...
I think
You
I.
guys want to see my atrocious time lapse attempt?
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh
Yes.
wow, cool, yeah.
Yeah, I did a time lapse too. Sally, did you? We go.
I couldn't. I tried to figure out the program. Each time I pressed record on the time lapse, it would just be a blank. It will show the Photoshop, but not my actual file. So I was like, oh fuck this shit.
We'll wrap up the show with we'll share each other's time lapse, talk a little bit about it, and then we'll call it a go.
I think as a bit of fun next time, Josh should have to do a drawing as well, just for a bit of comic.
Oh,
I,
fuck. You
yeah,
guys.
That's
yeah,
gonna be brilliant.
Oh, it's
yeah,
gonna be so bad. All right, I'll do it.
yeah,
It's gonna
totally.
be fucking miserable.
What will be the next monster?
Well, initially, if I figured if we actually had a good amount of people in the chat that we would let them decide, but since there's only a couple people, I think we should. I really think we should just vote on it at the end. Like
Okay, yeah.
there's tons of shit. That shouldn't be an issue. So.
Okay, guys. I don't know. Can you see my screen there?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Get ready for revolutionary design at breakneck speed. About 17 seconds.
All right. I'm ready.
Go.
Go. I gotta make sure I'm in the right program. The Twitch has a delay.
And
Look at that mouth moving around.
He looks like he's talking right. Oh, I like the initial. Ooh, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty spooky.
Yeah, I like the
I like the carved in the forehead and shit.
Yeah, that such redesign. You're funny, dude.
Is that kind of like trying to put in like kind of the voodoo elements in it in some way?
yeah. I wanted to get occult with it,
Yeah.
at least.
That mouth. That is a spooky mouth.
Yeah, he looks like he's
I
singing.
like this one a little bit more. I got a meaner, and it looks like an old doll.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Such
like
redesign.
yeah, like maybe in the beginning he's got this like line that goes up to his face or something that like he has a design on his face, and then as he starts becoming more evil, the design starts spreading and becoming more intricate or something. That'd be cool.
yeah, I thought it'd be kind of cool if like Charles Lee Ray had a brand or something on his hand that he would transfer himself through
Oh yeah, there you go.
on the forehead of that guy.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way
But
cool.
I was kind of burnt out every time I tried to do something for him, and that's where I ended up.
No, I
I
dig
think-
it.
I think this would probably be one of the hardest monsters out of all of them to do. Is Chucky? I think.
You're funny
Just
with
Yeah,
this
I
self-depre
agree.
Concept of the year. Yeah.
this the self-deprecating like writing all over it. Such redesign.
Oh, I did.
I'm fucking
I didn't
trash.
tell you
I hate myself.
Rimlight, save us.
Yeah.
You're funny, man. So I did a time lapse of my stupid my thing. Let's see if I could get it to go. I don't know why it plays in this, but I put music on it. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it or not, but let's see.
Is it Josh's rapping?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We got him rapping it here. So no, I just put the Child's Play theme song, which nobody remembers, in the background.
Yeah, he's this is the Child's Play theme song. I was like, oh, that's not very memorable.
But here it goes. I want to play it. All right, let me share my screen first, so I'm not being a goober.
They're making a TV show of Chucky as well.
What?
Oh yeah.
Really?
It's a TV show, and I don't know much about it. I don't think it's meant to be anything to do with the movie that came out. I think it's a separate thing. So yeah, that's a thing.
Okay, I can hear again. Holy shit, that was loud. Yeah.
we were all having a good bitch about you.
Oh, okay. No worries. All right. So yeah, that was the probably someone said something about the texture thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying, like, if you were to do a sketch for a client, it must be quite difficult because at what stage, because usually you will do something like most people would do like line work beforehand. So it must be quite difficult. I can imagine like you do explain like 10 minutes of textures and be like, and here's my texture. What do you think? And they'll be like, what? Because you like, it's interesting seeing your process because when you're looking at it, you're like, what is this going to become? You're like, it's like guess that
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Well,
And I was like, what a total hack to use those kind of textures, because it's like a crutch. It's basically
No,
drawn.
it's not.
for you.
Not at all. I wish I could use that many textures. I'm. It's one thing I think that's very difficult is getting the feel of fabrics and stuff into work.
Well,
And
Oh
I
yeah.
think Jim does a very good job at that. Very good.
I freak out if I have a blank canvas.
Yeah.
Like I can't just start drawing lines. I don't have any ideas. So as long as I have something on there, it allows me to relax and then I can think. Like
Yeah.
there's no pressure. Like I already got something on the canvas. I took the first step. Like that's
If
it.
you were to do like a room or something, like an interior that had more of a kind of a it's got a really particular oh gosh, perspective that you really have to stick to, how would you go about doing that?
Well, if it was, I don't do like landscapes and interiors and stuff. But if
Yeah.
I did, I would start off the same, but I would just try to find the shapes within that thing and then adjust accordingly.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like
Yeah.
just to get the ideas going. Because
Yeah.
like other than that, then my brain's flatlining. I got nothing.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm like I'm just stuttering, like trying to think of an idea. I just need to get something on the canvas and start it, and then I can keep going. If I don't do that, then I just build it up too much, and I can't. It's hard even to make the first stroke.
Yeah.
Hard to even
No, I
draw.
get that.
So
Nothing worse than a blank canvas.
yeah. So just to get something on there, just to loosen up.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Should
so
we make a decision on the next monster?
sure. Yeah. Do you guys have anything in mind? I'll let
Freddy
you.
Krueger.
Okay,
Oh,
Josh.
that would be okay. That would be really interesting, actually.
Josh wants Freddy Krueger. Sally from the Valley.
Just because I mentioned it earlier, I'll say The Grudge.
Okay, The
The
Grudge.
Grudge.
That could be interesting. And Luke.
Pumpkinhead.
Okay.
Pumpkin, but you always have to have a pumpkin on the head.
No, Pumpkinhead doesn't look like that.
No,
Like,
He looks weird.
oh, he doesn't, does he? Yes.
No.
He's like some weird. I've never actually seen Pumpkinhead, but I remember he isn't actually a pumpkin. He's this weird fucking thing.
yeah, he's some gaming kind of thing. But I think it'd be kind of a very versatile thing that we can play with.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies is Pumpkinhead versus Watermelon, but that's scary.
So
But
okay.
that's not real.
Let's can we do like a random number generator or something? Anybody privy to that? You want to share?
Hey,
And then-
Jim, did you say an idea?
Oh.
Oh, no, you fucking good catch. I'm
Uh,
telling you, you gotta watch him. You gotta watch him.
Mm,
He probably wouldn't have introduced himself either.
got my eyes on him.
well, we did some we did I don't know a lot about Pumpkinhead. I know a little bit about Freddy.
Well, you
And
just
then-
rewatch the movie. You don't have to know a bunch about it.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. So what before I decide, what's Pumpkinhead's premise? What is
He's
he?
a pumpkin.
Is he a pumpkin? Luke?
Cast your child as a witch in the woods or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm torn between Pumpkinhead and Freddy. That's what I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like because we're early on, something like Freddy might be better because more people know of it.
Hmm.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do Freddy then. How about
Right.
can we amen to Freddy? Anybody want to do Freddy?
Amen.
Yeah,
Amen.
I'm happy with that.
Okay,
This is
cool.
bullshit.
Super hard.
Freddy's
So iconic.
Freddy
That'll be hard.
Freddy's gonna be hard because he's iconic too. But that's part of the
But I feel like you have more flexibility because he's a fucking dream guy.
Yeah, 100%.
You can do what you want.
I'll let my imagination take me on, my redesign, and we'll see who wins. Okay.
He, he
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
he's like a child molester that cut up kids with uses weird knife,
Oh,
right?
Jim's
Yeah.
favorite subject.
I was about to say that pedophiles, his favorite subject. He loves it.
Josh, you have to draw yours with a mouse.
Oh, dude.
You
No,
can do
I'll
pen and
scan
paper.
it. I'll scan it. I'll scan it in. Yeah,
And,
you
and,
got it.
and get a camera. Get a camera. It's the 21st century. We don't want to
I'll,
look
I'll
at
use
your.
I'll use my phone. That's what I was gonna do before.
Why didn't you do it now?
Josh,
Yeah, it's way easier on
take my goddamn PC back to the
the.
fucking
Oh.
Geek Squad.
Yeah, yeah. Luke,
And
Luke.
Josh, you have to like put proper effort into it. It's not no stick men. It won't be acceptable.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
put
I'm
love
so
and thought
mad, you
into
guys.
it.
All right, fine.
There won't
fine.
be any excuse. I'm gonna let him use my tablet.
No way. I'm gonna draw with my hands.
Okay,
I'm gonna,
on paper.
yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna scan it in. There's gonna
Dusty
be no time
windshield.
lapse. There's gonna be no.
He-
it's gonna be no time lapse. So get ready for that.
All right, I'm down. I'm ready.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
have I'm gonna have Sarah draw it. All right. I
Well,
love you guys.
yeah.
Love
You
you
all.
guys.
Yeah, this was fun. I guess
Yeah.
that concludes the show. Thanks for watching, you
Next
couple
Thank you.
Monday.
people. Next up, we're gonna do Freddy. Watch out. That's gonna be like in a week. We'll keep you
You
posted all
will
the time.
get better.
We're gonna go.
Yeah, of
Sally,
course.
you want Monday at 5 again? Sally, this is a little late
If
for
we
you.
can do, if we can do a little bit early because now it's 2:30 and I've got to get up at 7.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
We'll
give
we'll,
me a
we'll we'll
kick.
figure out a time. Sometime when
Earlier
sometime earlier on Monday. I'm guessing that's what we're gonna shoot for.
Yeah,
So
or weekends or Sunday.
yeah, Sunday would be better actually probably.
Do Sundays then.
Sally. Okay. I don't know. How's Sunday work for you, Luke? Here, we'll talk about this off camera, but or no, we'll do it
Yeah.
now. We'll do it now. So we were shooting for
Oh.
Sunday or Monday,
Sunday.
Monday.
huh?
Oh,
Saturday, Friday, Thursday.
What is it?
We-
That is my little one.
oh, is that your kid? Oh, hello.
That's,
Oh, she's cute, isn't she?
Oh, that's my little niece
Here,
right
come
there.
Here, come here.
What's her name?
This is Hazel.
Oh, she's beautiful.
You
isn't
see yourself?
she?
She's the cutest
I don't
baby
know
in
how
the
she
world.
turned out. How'd
Have
she
you
turn out like that?
She
When
looks
her daddy looks like that.
because she looks just like me.
Oh, Lord willing,
So,
that doesn't happen.
so Sunday or Monday, before we.
Sunday.
I don't know if Luke can do Sunday.
Luke,
He's an animal.
Okay, I can do Monday. I can.
Okay,
Stone face.
all right, guys. Sunday or Monday, we'll talk about it off camera, but
Okay.
we'll keep everybody posted.
Oh,
Thank you
and by
for.
the way, you need to get Hazel a Chucky doll. She's at the perfect age.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
she's already got one. Are you kidding me?
You need to dress her up as Chucky.
No,
and
don't
have
hit the
her go in.
buttons. Don't hit the buttons, you goofball.
he almost hit her.
Team,
No.
He almost hit her
get
on.
out here.
Here, I'm gonna put her in a chokehold.
He almost hit her on cam.
Yeah.
Child abuse.
All right.
No, she's lovely.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for contributing. That was fun. It was nice
Yeah,
talking to
it was fun.
everybody. I look forward to seeing you guys redesigns and next
Yes.
Sunday or Monday, and then let's all.
All right.
Good luck, guys.
I love you.
All
I
right.
love you all.
I love
Yeah.
you all.
Jokes.
Bye.